Hello everyone. This is going to be my first spiritual video. Um, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that was on my mind. This is my first official video, so please bear with me because I'm not good at speaking on the phone on public. But God said to not be afraid, so I'm going to do it. Anyways, this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. So today's topic is going to be mercy. Mercy. Okay. So these are the key points I wanted to say. First, I wanted to talk about Judas Iscariot, the one that betrayed Jesus. So I was reading this manga or webtoon that was like Jesus Young Apostles or something. That's what it's called. I'll put the link if I can find it. It's on webtoon, I think. Young Apostles. I started reading it now, and it said about Judas Iscariot, how Jesus loved him, even though he knew he was going to betray him, he still loved him. So I was thinking about that, and like I was thinking maybe Judas, I'm sure there were moments that he wasn't only thinking about money, but he was also thinking about pleasing Jesus and being with him because he was with the Son of God. So of course, of course he was there with Jesus and heard the words of Jesus. So a few words were spoken that stayed with him. So I don't think he said it was all the time on money, but I do think that he made mistakes, and a bunch of us make a bunch of mistakes and faults, and we're full of errors because we're imperfect. um Sometimes we gotta be compassionate. When we think of Judas, we only think the one that betrayed him, but we don't think of the pain, of the suffering he might have gone through. And for him to do what he did at the end, I cannot say it because it might be censored, but you guys know if you read the story of what happened. So it must have been really painful for him to realize that he just gave away his master, and everything that was going on in his head. So it must have been really hard. And I also wanted to talk about we should be considerate and compassionate with others' mistakes and our mistakes too. We cannot be selfish and thinking of our own satisfaction, of our own thoughts, of our own wants. And yes, we should love our neighbor as ourselves. So Jesus said that we gotta love, so we gotta love sometimes. And I also wanted to talk about Peter, how he was he had this character. It always makes me laugh. He had this character that was like, I don't care, like like you know and I wanted to talk about him too because I today's topic is mercy, so I wanted to talk about how Peter betrayed how Peter betrayed Jesus. Well, he didn't betray him, he denied him 3 times. Peter denied Jesus 3 times, and he said, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna deny you. I'm not gonna, run away when everything goes wrong. I'm going to be by your side, and I'll protect you. He was like, oh, okay, I'm faithful. I won't betray you at all. Like, I won't make any mistakes. And he denied Jesus 3 times. But let's not be judgmental, because we also felt, I also want to talk about this. We cannot be judging on people's mistakes. Oh, like Peter did this, Judas did this. Like, no, 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 no. We also make a bunch of mistakes, a bunch of flaws. So we gotta be merciful. We cannot be judging. Jesus said that we cannot be judging of others, because if we don't forgive others, he won't forgive us. And we also made mistakes, even more worse than Peter, and I like to say Judas, because I know he sold his master and everything, but think of all the times that we haven't sold anything, like all the times that we haven't sold or like distracted ourselves and put Jesus aside. How many times we haven't put Jesus on the side? How many times we haven't denied Jesus? How many times have we failed? And also I think about all the times before we came to Jesus, that all the times before we came to him, that we were lost. We were in the darkness too. We didn't know what was good. We didn't know. Well, we did know, but we didn't read the Bible. Well, our life before Jesus and our life before, they go after Jesus. So I think that's something we gotta think about. Not be judgmental, be merciful, and Jesus also forgave the people that were crucifying him. On the cross, he said, "Forgive them, Lord, because they do not know what they're doing." And I realized that he was talking about the Pharisees, how they were blind to anger, they were blind to sin, not sin, but they were blind to their mistakes, to the extent of what they were doing, because the devil had blinded them in their hearts, and they had darkness that covered their eyes so they could not see. I think Jesus was the best example of love, and how merciful and how compassionate he was. He was literally dying